Mexican border.
How hard is it going to be to get back? Guards down there, big guns on there.
This is the most authentic Mexican. Bob Esponja.
Camera's flat, phone's on 10%. I'm lost. Holy shit.
What's going on, cobbers? I'm in sunny San Diego. I've actually just caught the trolley down to San Ysidro, the international border, and I'm going to walk across to Tijuana.
This is one of the busiest border crossings in the world, but also one of the most dangerous. The United States are notorious for applying strict border controls for those trying to enter, and comments online suggested Mexican cartels are ready and waiting to harvest the organs of foolish tourists as soon as they hop the border. So the question is, can I cross into Mexico successfully? But more importantly, can I return to the United States? Or will I be stuck in Mexico and forced to work as a drug mule?
This is a new experience for me. I've never crossed a border at a land point, simply because I've grown up in Australia, surrounded by water. I've only ever flown into new countries. It's a little bit intimidating as I was getting the trolley in, because you can see the big border wall and you can just see the stark difference on either side. There's a lot of cool things around here, obviously a lot of money exchange places. I did just exchange about 35 USD for, I'm hoping it was about 600 odd peso. There's also a McDonald's here that's called McDonald's Trolley Station. The only thing border-wise that I've filled out, I think it's called an FMT document. I have heard that some people have just crossed and they've barely looked at the passport, but apparently getting into Mexico should be the easy part. The more difficult thing could be getting back into the US. Yeah, walking across a land border for the first time ever into Tijuana from San Diego. Let's go.
Started walking towards the pedestrian border. Someone even asked me if this was the right way, as if I know, mate.
To Mexico? I think so.
Yeah.
A short walk and I arrive at the gate to Mexico, surrounded by barbed wire. But will the Mexican Border Patrol let me in?
And here we go. The Mexican border.
Well, I'm in Tijuana and that was a piece of piss. They did not even check the passport, you just walk straight through. I suppose the concern now is how hard is it going to be to get back? This line looks a little bit more substantial as we swing back towards the US border there. Wow, look at all those trinkets for sale on the road. There's some little Yodas down there. Here's the beautiful Tijuana River, which probably doesn't look great from this angle. Over the other side it looks a bit neater. Honestly just looks the same as the LA River really. But basically now I'm trying to get to the downtown area of Tijuana, and I'm trying to get to that big arch over there, which I think is just called the Tijuana Arch. There's also a huge Mexican flag right over there in the distance. I wouldn't mind trying to activate my SIM so I can possibly get an Uber to the beach border. So that's one thing that I haven't sorted out yet. But for now, we're just gonna walk into the downtown section of Tijuana.
I made it to the entry gate of Tijuana, and the first thing I noticed was the staggering amount of pharmacies here. A major reason for Americans coming to Mexico is to purchase cheap meds.
So many pharmacies. One there. There's about four or five I can see down there.
One pharmacy even had 3 mascots dancing out the front. Hey kids, come get your pills. If you're in Tijuana for its sinister tourism reasons, then there is no shortage of cheap Cialis and Viagra to help you out. In the downtown area, I came across the Tijuana Arch, walked past more pharmacies, and then I came across the famous Hotel Caesar. This is the very hotel where Caesar Cardini invented the world famous Caesar salad. I went in to try the original Caesar and it was delicious. I've made a short video linked in the description if you want to see more about it. I spotted these donkeys painted as zebras, which I'm pretty sure is some kind of photo scam, so don't go near these if you see them.
I just had a bit more of a walk heading west from the downtown area, and I've found this cathedral that looked pretty awesome in the distance. Alright, so I've found this park. There's a bit of a turnstile to get in. See if it moves, yep. Turns out it's a baseball pitch. And it's right next to the border, how about that? I just can't believe that I am standing about 20 meters from the US-Mexico border wall, and there is an Australian gum tree, mate. Unbelievable. So while I've been checking out these border wall gum trees at the baseball, I I've been able to activate my SIM and I'm going to get an Uber ride. This is only going to cost me 119 pesos.
Even just went in even cheaper to 110.
I am now in the Uber to Playa del Tijuana. Alright, there we go. I've just gotten out of the Uber and look where we have arrived. We have arrived
At where the wall meets the ocean. Crazy sight to see. Oh, look at these guards down there. Some big guns on them. But yeah, I actually didn't know you could swim here. I thought maybe you weren't allowed to, but obviously they're keeping an eye on everyone to make sure they don't swim out too far. I mean, this guy's probably pushing them a little bit. You don't have to swim out too far, really, to get around the wall. But I guess it'd just be, you know, you'd get picked up pretty quick, I reckon. These guys are just playing a song for these tourists over here. I reckon they're going to guilt them into giving them some pesos. It's the Tijuana sign that you can get your picture taken in front of with the beautiful wall in the background. A bit of a different angle looking down. You can actually see that it's not quite straight at the end there, so maybe the Mexicans have snagged a few extra cubic feet there. A few political messages. Not surprising. Even Palestine getting a mention. No human being is illegal. And we've got some pictures up here showing of different moments that have happened at the wall. Different events. What it used to look like. People talking to each other, meeting up behind the wall. Pretty crazy. There's a sizable stadium just over here. It looks circular. So I'm wondering what it's for. Not the fighting or the dog fighting, I hope. I've just walked until the footpath ends here just to get a look at the wall going back up the hill. You can see the border wall winding up over there. You can also see some big housing developments over there on the hill overlooking the ocean. It's just crazy to see. It's crazy that I'm here actually. Look, I'm sorry, but your dog's in San Diego having beers, mate. Look at this little squirrel. It's stuck in no man's land. Let's see if we can take a bit of a peek through. Yeah, that's what it looks like through there. I can actually see a car parked over there, so that'll be the US. The border patrol for them. They just sit there and watch the wall all day. There's a few tyre tracks here. I wonder if the buggy's been around and told some people off.
Oh shit, I just got wet. I was trying to take a selfie. Embarrassing.
I am now walking along the boardwalk in my bare feet. I've already been having some blister problems, as you can see by the band-aids on my feet, so hopefully I'm not going to pick up an infection. These are my socks and shoes that I'm just trying to dry out. So it's not just an attraction because of the border wall. There's a lot of local people from Tijuana actually coming here to swim at the beach, hang out. It's a pretty warm day. And of course, those guards down there, just keeping an eye on everything. Ironically playing a game of two different territories right near the border wall. You could be playing over the top of the border wall, guys. I walked up this collection of restaurants, but I didn't really see anything that piqued my interest. It looks like kind of more touristy restaurants, so I think I might go back to downtown to eat something. And I've now got a situation where my phone is starting to go flat, and that's actually okay as long as I can get back to the downtown area. If my phone goes flat, I can still get across the border without it and back to San Diego without it. Actually, no, I will need the phone because of the Pronto app for the San Diego trolley. But yeah, I just need to get back to downtown with the Uber, so I need the phone to be charged because of Uber. So I was looking for a place where I could maybe eat and charge. I was even looking for a bar or something, so I might just go have a look at this corner here. So
So I got an Uber back to downtown and straight to a place that I'd been recommended, Tacos El Franc. I usually don't eat beef, preferring chicken or fish, but my Spanish just wasn't up to the mark of negotiating that with the wild hospitality of this place. But I settled on 3 asada beef tacos in a chaotic but authentic experience. The tacos were fantastically spicy and were wrapped in thick corn tortillas. I can say with certainty that this is the most authentic Mexican I've ever tasted.
Man, it was chaotic in there.
I'm gonna have a bit more of an explore around Tijuana now and see if there's any little snacks maybe that I can pick up.
I was drawn into another taqueria downtown that was showing the Copa America match between Mexico and Jamaica. So I settled in here and got another taco and enchilada, this time of the polo variety. They were a little bit more expensive than Tacos El Franc, but they were larger and still left me fully satisfied. The sun was now setting and I needed to get back to the US before I'm kidnapped by the cartel. Walking back through downtown, the party was pumping, and even Bob Esponja had turned up.
It is time to return to the United States.
We're coming to the end of the Tijuana adventure, but it is not over. I still need to get back to the United States, and I just don't know if we're gonna be able to get back over the border in a reasonable time. I bought a Choco Leche for the line.
There we go, walking back to the USA. Probably later than I should have left, as the sign says. Gracias por su visita. I really need to work on my Spanish. Going back up this ramp.
And my camera has just died, so I'm on the phone. It's a bye-bye, Tijuana. Absolute chaos. Camera's flat, phone's on 10%. I need it to get home. And I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. Donde este? Estados Unidos. Where's the United States? Holy sh**. That's the border. Look at the amount of cars. And I'm gonna walk through that border. You can see the pedestrian line here. Looks like a long one, but looks like it is moving. So let's join it now and let's see how we go. Let's see if we can get back in to the United States. And there we are. I've made it back to the US, safe and sound. We got through the border, no doubt. Never in doubt, mate. Never in doubt.